Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. Y'all know what time it is when y'all see me. It is Chill Town Hoops right here on the Players Choice Network. I know that you're wondering where my big fella is. He is currently indisposed. He will be back in effect. He will be back in effect. Don't you worry about that. My big fella will be here. He will be back in effect soon, and we will be right back at it. He is currently indisposed, handling coaching duties, and he's got it all under control. And I promise you, he will be back in effect. Let me recognize some new members really quickly before we get started. This is Andrew G. 6968 has become a new member. Andrew G is back in the house. So we have a whole lot of stuff going on, man. I mean, it doesn't really sound like it right now in the postseason, right? It doesn't really sound like it right now in not the postseason, but in the off season. It doesn't really sound like it right now. I get it. Right? The season is over, so it doesn't really seem like there's a lot going on, but I promise you, there is a lot going on that we need to talk about. And I want to start the conversation by saying, have you ever wanted something and you knew you wanted this, but you had to handle some stuff? Something else had to happen before you could get this, right? You wanted that new, PS2 controller. You wanted them new J's. You wanted to do an upgrade on your ride. You wanted something new, but it couldn't happen until this got taken care of first. And it was holding up what you really wanted. Well, that was the Giannis trade. Now, there's some people who will say that, well, Julius Randle was traded first. Yeah, Julius Randle was traded first, but that wasn't that significant. Like, Giannis drops the Giannis domino drops. Now all the other things are going to start happening. So we can't make an offer for Jaylen Brown because he wrapped up in the Giannis thing. So we can't really make an offer for him because, number one, we can't make a better offer than that. Like the Celtics are traded. The Celtics are asking for Giannis in exchange for Jaylen Brown. Like, what do we have to give the Celtics in exchange for Jaylen Brown if he is on the market, which he obviously is because it's Giannis, right? He obviously is on the market. But with that being said, what do we have, honestly, to offer to the Celtics for Jaylen Brown after the Milwaukee Bucks are offering Giannis? We don't really have much because we're not giving y'all Luka. In addition to not giving Luka, we ain't giving you SGA. So what do we really have to offer? So we got to wait for this Giannis thing to happen before we can do anything. We got to wait for this Giannis thing. We got to wait for the Giannis domino to drop. Then the ball could get rolling. Well, the Giannis domino has dropped. And the ball has now gotten rolling because Minnesota was in the Giannis sweepstakes. They had put a bid in. Yes, they did. They had put a bid in to see, if he was interested in coming to, not just if he was interested in coming to Minnesota, if we could make it work. If we could put together a trade package to make that work. And apparently what Miami had, it actually made more sense. So now Minnesota could get back to business because they knew with the current group that they had, like that was it. We traded for Rudy 4 years ago. We traded for Rudy. We gave up all those first-round picks 4 years ago for Rudy Gobert, and we actually got further with him. We got to the Western Conference Championship. We traded for Julius Randle 2 years ago. That actually works because we get back to the Western Conference Championship. We just run into a juggernaut, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, a lot of you out there, and I still don't understand it for the life of me, a lot of you out there can never really come to terms with a team just not being good enough. It's not like they ain't trying. It's not like they're just sitting on their hands and, we're just going to let this team just bulldoze us. Minnesota, they stole Shannon in the draft, right? They got it wrong with Dillingham, but they got off of him. They stole Shannon in the draft. They traded for DeSamu, which was a steal in itself. In addition to DeSamu, right? In addition to Shannon, with that also being said, they also re-up Nas Reed. Anthony Edwards is developing into a star, which he is now. They trade for Julius Randle, and the trade for Julius Randle actually made it worked early on. They end up back in the Western Conference Championship in 2020. They end up back in the Western Conference Championship in 2025. So they trade for Rudy. Mike Conley is becoming a little long in the tooth. The problem was Dillingham was supposed to be the guy that was going to push it forward. That was supposed to be the guy that they got wrong, but they got that wrong. Hey, it happens. But they were trying. And the moves that they made, this is as far as we're going to get with these moves. We're not getting past Dallas, which I thought that was their best shot, because I didn't think they was better than Oklahoma City. I did not. I thought Oklahoma City had way too much depth. My best player is better than your best player. My front court is comparable to yours. I thought Julius Randle played good in the playoffs. It was just my best player was better than your best player. My front court as a whole, my rotation was better than your rotation. I feel like Chris Finch also got out coached. So, with all of that being said, this is as far as we're going to go with this group. So now we have to make some significant moves. Now, I don't think we got to blow it up completely, but we do have to move off of some pieces. So they trade Julius Randle. Then they turn around and they trade for LaMelo Ball, which I think was perfect. Now I want to double back. I'm doubling back to the Giannis situation. We can't do that if Giannis isn't traded yet. We can't do that. We can't make that move if Giannis isn't available. No, even though one thing may not have to do with the other, but it really does, because like Giannis is holding up the line. Because what these teams are doing is these teams are conducting business predicated on where this guy is going to end up. Like, what is our unit going to look like? Even though that doesn't really make a lot of sense to do, like I shouldn't be worried about what they're doing. I shouldn't be worried about what the Clippers are doing. I shouldn't be worried about what Minnesota's doing. I shouldn't be worried about what Portland is doing. I should be getting my crew together. I should do that. But Giannis is such a polarizing figure that, I mean, I have to concern myself with what's going on with Giannis. I say that to say what they ultimately did was they recognized that LaMelo Ball was available. Yep, LaMelo Ball is available. And I think that in the 6 years that he played there, we have reached the end of the line. We are going as far as we were going to go with LaMelo Ball. And I know that sounds crazy, considering like he's just starting to get healthy. Well, I don't think they saw it that way. I think that they saw it like this is probably the best he's going to be. And we need to sell high right now. Now, could we have gotten a better deal than Nas Reed and some ones? Probably. We probably could have got a better deal. But I'll tell you what, this definitely works for Minnesota more than it works for the Charlotte Hornets. It works for them off the strength that they get some money off of their books. They stay under the second apron. Now Anthony Edwards gets to play with a legit lead guard, a legit one. Because I may have been critical of LaMelo in the past, but he's a legit lead guard. Yes, he is. He is a legit lead guard. One of the better distributors in the game. Pushes the tempo. He's going to make Minnesota faster. I've always wondered, right? I've always wondered why, and maybe this is just me, but I always wondered, even when they had Mike Conley and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Anthony Edwards, when Rudy Gobert is cleaning glass the way he cleaned glass, I was trying to figure out, like, why don't they play faster? Like this team has a lot of athletes, right? This team has a lot of athletes. They should be playing faster than they do. They 100% should be playing faster. So LaMelo is now, he's going to speed them up. And Anthony Edwards is going to be better in transition because the ball is going to get pushed more. Now, you know how I feel about LaMelo Ball. Even though he is a legit lead guard, I'm not a big fan of his. I'm not. I'm not a huge fan of LaMelo Ball. I'd be lying if I said I was a huge fan of his. I think that his brand of basketball isn't particularly a brand of basketball that you can use to win. I think he pounds the rock a little bit too much for my liking. I hate his shot selection, but he ain't never had the opportunity to play with somebody like Anthony Edwards. So maybe that can change. His shot diet is going to look different playing with Anthony Edwards. The floor is going to be open a little bit more playing with Anthony Edwards. So his distributing could look better because I don't think I've ever questioned. I've never questioned who LaMelo Ball was as a passer. I think he could pass. He has in times been a turnover machine. There were times when he was a turnover machine, and he couldn't get it. Like he'll throw 8 assists, but he'll give you 9 turnovers. That would happen. That 100% would happen. But playing with somebody like Anthony Edwards, where they can complement each other, Ant now doesn't have to be the primary ball handler and playmaker and distributor and bucket getter. I don't have to do all of that stuff. And LaMelo Ball doesn't have to be the primary ball handler and bucket getter and playmaker. He does have to be the primary ball handler and playmaker and passer. He does have to do that. And to play off of Anthony Edwards, which is something that he never had, I think that they complement each other, especially considering the fact that Anthony Edwards plays above the rim. That does nothing more than help LaMelo. That does nothing more than help LaMelo. And I think it's great for him. Great for him. So if he can't play with a guy like Anthony Edwards, then I don't really know what to say about this kid. I really don't. If he can't play with somebody like that, right? I'll be lying if I said, well, there's hope for him. Nah, if he can't play with somebody like that, well, all I really got to do is set him up, and my buckets will be secondary. It won't be a you go, I go. No, it'll be I'm playing off you, right? I'm setting you up. I don't have to worry about Ant now having to be more of a distributor. The offense can change now. He can be more of a pin down, curl cut, flare guy. He can be more of a lob threat, dive into the basket. He could be more of a one-on-one guy, quick hits, because I got a guy who is a threat to get to the basket. I got a guy who is a threat to score. I got a guy who can knock down an open shot. I got a guy who can do that. And I like it. And on top of that, as much as I like Rudy, but been as critical as I have been toward him, right? Critical as I have been toward him, the other side to that is LaMelo can make him better. Like he ain't never. If I'm thinking about a lead guard, like he played with Mike Conley. I think Mike Conley, when he was at his best, I think he was better. I think he was a better lead guard than LaMelo Ball. I do. I think he was a better lead guard than LaMelo Ball. But I think LaMelo getting downhill, I think him throwing the ball to the rim to Rudy, I think that's going to really help Rudy's offense. I think that Rudy getting on the glass, I think that that's really going to help their transition offense, really help their transition offense. And let's not forget, like they got really good rotation guys too. Like Shannon can play. Shannon can play on the ball and off the ball. So when Ant comes off the floor, Shannon comes on the floor. And LaMelo can play off the ball and on the ball. So I like this guard dynamic. I really wasn't. I mean, I'm probably in the minority, right? I'm probably in the minority. I wasn't a huge Nas Reed fan. I like Nas, but I think his lack of focus from time to time and his fouling that threw a monkey wrench in a lot of the stuff that they were doing. A lot of times. Now, don't get me wrong. He could crack the long ball with the best of them. Arguably the best rotation player in the game. He would get on the glass, and he would give you significant minutes. Even if it was 15 or it was 50, he would give you significant minutes. But he would also do bonehead stuff too. And what I recognize with a team like Minnesota, like they get off you before they really got to pay you. Yes. I believe Bill Walsh said it best. I'm gonna trick because that's where Coach Belichick got that phrase from. I'm trading you 2 years earlier than 2 years too late. He got that from Bill Walsh. That's Minnesota. Minnesota will get off of you before they continue to move on with you because they're not going to pay you. No, that's why they end. Cap money kicks in this season coming, a 26-27 season. His money kicks in. Now, with that being said, we still have some other dominoes that I think are going to fall. Like what is Memphis doing with Ja? What's the plan moving forward? Because I'm on record saying Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Triple J, and the coach, all of them gone. Ja the only one left from that group. He's the only one. There's nobody else there except Ja. They already have their core. They got Boozer. They got Cedric Coward, who I love, by the way. Let's make sure I'm clear on that. I love me some Cedric Coward. If you guys have ever heard me say anything about him, go back and go watch some tape. He reminds me of Kendall Gill. That's who he reminds me of when I watch. I love that kid. I love how hard he plays. He is great in transition. He's got a lot of bounce to him. He can knock down an open shot, and not necessarily just an open three, right? Not necessarily just an open three, but he could get you on that right elbow. He could get you in that. He could get you at the nail, and he could stick that open jump shot. Love that about him. Like I said, if you go back and go watch some tape of Kendall Gill, that's who Cedric Coward reminds me of, right? Cedric Coward reminds me of that. I say that to say that Cedric Coward, Boozer, Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, these are our guys. These are our guys. Why is Ja Morant still here? Why is Ja Morant still here? Ja Morant is still here for fluff? Is that what it is? Because he's no longer the face of the franchise. I'm already on record saying that I think Oklahoma City turned into what Memphis was supposed to be. Everything that Oklahoma City turned into, it was Memphis who was supposed to be that. Now, I do understand that Ja's been a bit of a headache. Yes, he has. And it doesn't help that his game kind of going the other way too. When you that small and your game is predicated a lot on flight and athleticism, like the other stuff kind of matters. Like you being able to knock down an open shot off the dribble, you being able to pass without turning the basketball over consistently. Like the headache stuff, like I've seen too many, to be honest with you. I've seen too many of players who were headaches, but will deal with you because you could play. The guy that I always bring up is Rasheed Wallace and Draymond Green. Like teams will tolerate nonsense. That is not something that's not something that's ridiculous. Teams will tolerate nonsense from you if the reward is definitely more than the risk. Yeah, they will. Teams put up with Rasheed Wallace. And the reason why they put up with Rasheed Wallace, because he was buckets, because he was a glass cleaner, because he played defense. And we win with stuff like that. And the stuff that we dealing with him on the court, I mean, we can absorb that until we can't anymore. But for right now, we can absorb that. I don't see his face on, right? I don't see his face on, I don't see his mugshot on SportsCenter. In addition to not seeing his mugshot on SportsCenter, he ain't out here smacking up chicks. He ain't got a bunch of kids by a bunch of different women. That ain't going on with him. No, that's not going on with him at all. What's going on with Rasheed Wallace was he was a bucket getter, he was a glass cleaner, he was a defender, and he was a team guy. They loved him. So we'll put up with the nonsense. Draymond Green is another one. The example that I gave about Draymond Green is the dude who, like, the bills are all paid in the house. All the bills are paid in the house. The car got gas in it. You open up the refrigerator, full of food. But every once in a while, you'll come home and there's a big-ass hole in the wall because this dude done kicked the hole in the wall. You'll come home and half the sink is gone. What the hell happened? He just flipped out and broke the sink. But you put up with it because there's food in the refrigerator. There's gas in the car. It's money in your pocket. That's the winning in Golden State. Like teams will tolerate the nonsense until you can't produce anymore. Then they won't. So I say that to say a guy like Ja, right? A guy like Ja who, as small as he is, ridiculously dynamic, plays above the rim, crazy athletic. Jump shot has kind of abandoned him, and that's a huge problem come playoff time. A huge problem come playoff time because that kind of stuff, right? That kind of stuff gets exploited come playoff time. Where we see that you can't make an open shot. We see that you can't consistently get in the paint and convert. Your floater isn't that good. Like it's stuff like that as time goes on, we recognize that we'll pass. And on top of that, you've now become a headache too, right? You've now become a headache. With you now becoming a headache, if we're gonna trade for you, we need some compensation. And the phrase that I used, it was for your troubles. Like I'm doing this for you, right? I'm doing this for you to get you out of a bad situation. Don't get me wrong, it's helping me too, but it's helping you more than it's helping me. So because it's helping you more than it's helping me, I need to be compensated. And it's not just Ja. Yeah, I need to hold something else. And I know that, one of those kids that you have over there like G.G. Jackson, you might be interested in throwing him in, but I need a 1 too. I might even need 2 1s. And it's for my troubles. Yeah, it's for my trouble. I got a deal that I'm working out with Cedric. I got a deal that I'm working out with Charles. And Charles know I don't like coming up to the Bronx. I don't like coming up here. It's a huge problem coming up to the Bronx. I don't like coming up here. But I'll come up there. And because I'll come up to the Bronx, he'll throw me an extra 10,000 just off the strength that I came up there. Right? He'll throw me an extra 5,000 for my troubles because I don't live close to the Bronx. So the fact that I got to come all the way up here and do this, fine. Yeah, he'll give me an extra 5,000. So with Ja, right? With Ja, I feel like he's a player who can we get back? I feel like he's a player. He's not. I don't think Ja's washed. I'm not going to say that. I will not say that Ja's washed. What I will say is he feels like a player who the stuff that he used to be good at, especially being as young as he is, he's just not good at it. He's not as good at it anymore. He can still do it. He's just not good at it. He's just not as good at it. Now, does that mean that he's washed? No, because he can still play. Now, the question that needs to be answered is where does he fit best? I personally think that Ja needs to be on a team where he's got the ball in his hands. He needs to be on a team that plays fast because we need to see if that athleticism is still there. I don't think it's Miami, right? The reason why I don't think it's Miami, number one, I think that he costs too much in Miami. First of all, we still got Bam on the books for what we got him on the books for. We just traded for Giannis. If we can dumb down the lead guard spot, or am I asking too much to ask Davion Mitchell to get better? Am I asking too much to do that? Because maybe my point guard might be right in my building. I don't think he is, because I was high on Davion Mitchell. Right? I was high on Davion Mitchell when he came out of college. He kind of gave me a Drew Holiday vibe. But defensively, it works. He just can't consistently make shots. And I need that from my lead guard. I do. I need that from my lead guard. I need paint touches from my lead guard. I need a guy who takes care of the basketball, which he does. And with him taking care of the basketball and then playing fast, I think that helps. But he's got to be more of a downhill guy, more of a guy getting to the rim. Because when he gets to the rim, that collapses the defense. But we got somebody like that already in Giannis. So what he needs to do is advance the ball, right? That's what he needs to do. He needs to advance the basketball. So with him advancing the basketball, that makes them even faster. So Giannis is getting out in transition. Push the basketball. Bam is getting out in transition. Push the pace. So I say that to say I'm not sure that their point guard is in their building, but I don't think it's Ja. Nope. I don't think it's Ja. It's going to be hard to move Ja, though. It is. It's going to be hard to move Ja off the strength that his game and the season-ending injuries, the injuries, I feel like they're starting to mount with Ja. I think we're in year 7 now with him, and he ain't that old, by the way. I think Ja's what, 27, something like that. I don't think Ja's that old. But with that being said, right? With that being said, he also is still somebody that I think somebody's going to take a chance on him. I do. I think somebody's going to take a chance on him. He is not that old. He 20, yeah, I think 20, 26, 27, something like that. Yeah, 26, 27. Like Adam Jesus says, Suns chill. Nah, Suns already got their point guard. And Ron and I went back and forth with this not too long ago, and we went back and forth pretty heavily. And a lot of stuff that Ron said about this, I agree with. I'm all for developing guys. I am. And I think Colin Gillespie is their point guard. I do. I think Colin Gillespie is their point guard. I think that they made a mistake in overpaying for Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker's still a baller. I do. But that contract gonna look wild as hell 2 years from now. $75 million. I mean, I felt like the window for that team was like after KD, after you brought KD in, and that went the other way, very much like with the Warriors when they won the NBA championship. That was the window to get better. Phoenix, when you moved off of KD, that was the time to move off of the rest of these dudes. Like Bradley, like you got off Bradley Beal. Why is Devin Booker still here? What for? I understand that he's been there for 10 years, but like we gave it a run. How long should a team hold on to a guy before they move on from him? How long does a team have before it's time to go, all right, I'm good. I'm straight. I think that there's a number of different things that I have an issue with Ja. Like I said, his jump shot has seemed to abandon him. The athleticism, I'm not sure if it's still there, which is something that he's relied on heavily. I think he's a damn good passer. I think he's a better passer than Suggs in Orlando. I think he's a better passer than him. I think he's actually a better point guard. The question that I need answered is the athleticism still there? He's 26 years old, and I know 26 ain't that old. But when you've been in the league for 7 years and the injuries that Ja's had with the bad wheel, with the shoulder injury, and he's a small dude, like this stuff starts to mount, which means that he's going to have to change his game. Changing his game means, all right, I don't get downhill as much. What kind of pull-up three-point shooter is Ja? Not very good. I thought he was a solid pull-up mid-range shooter. I thought that worked. Yeah, I thought that worked, but it just doesn't seem to be translating lately. So I say that to say with Ja, right? I'll be interested to see where he ends up, but it's got to be somewhere where he needs the ball in his hands. Like Orlando, for me, is tricky because they already got a problem with their offense. So now what I'm going to do, so instead of putting Paolo in spaces where Paolo can be more effective, run an offense where he can get better looks and be a better player overall. Nah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Ja down here and I'm going to put the ball in Ja hands. And now Ja and Paolo are basically just going back and forth. All right, your turn. All right, your turn. All right, no, that's not going to work. No, that's not going to work. We got to switch up the offense. If we are going to be viable and we get a guy like Ja, yeah, we got to switch up the offense. We have to. Because otherwise, it's going to be you go, and that offense is going to be stagnant. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. So, I mean, we have a number of different problems when it comes to Ja. In addition to Ja, I love the LaMelo Ball situation. But I'm going to address the elephant in the room because we already talked about Giannis. And I'm in the minority when I say that I think Giannis is a rental. I'm not going to 4 years with Giannis. I ain't doing that. And I know that the Miami Heat staff have, top graded guys, and they can do everything that they can to keep you healthy. I just think that Giannis's game, the way he plays, it terrifies me long term. Like 4 more years of this, can he play at this level for 4 more years? I don't know about that. But I'm addressing the elephant in the room. We don't have to trade Jaylen Brown, yo. We don't. We do not have to trade Jaylen Brown. No, we don't, man. No, we don't. This is an emotional decision. We do not have to trade him. It's going to take some coaxing. Yes, it is. And I'm going to get back to that. But we do not have to trade him. I'm going to hold you right there for a second. I want to get to some of these super chats. I already read that Andrew G, 6968, is a new member. Sports SPS, SP said, which owner would you rather work with, James Dolan or Jerry Jones? Well, James Dolan has proven that he will spend money and he'll get out the way. He's proven that. Jerry Jones has proven he will spend money. He won't get out the way, though. I do want the guy who will spend money but will get out the way and let me do my job. That's the guy that I'd rather work with because I know that he's got more trust in me from that aspect than a guy who is going to spend money, but he's looking over my shoulder the whole time. He's not actually letting me do my job, what he paid me to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Jerry Jones is a mastermind when it comes to making bread. I mean, he's the one who started the branding with the stadium. He's the one who started with banners in the facility, like with Coca-Cola and all of that kind of stuff. Like, teams wasn't doing that before he did it. Like, he caught a lot of flack for that. But with that being said, he's also a guy who's going to look over your shoulder constantly. He's going to constantly be in your face. Now, there's a level of accountability that I can accept, but at what point are you going to allow me to do my job? At what point can I just do my job? That's my question. So I'd rather work with James Dolan. I would rather work with James Dolan than work with Jerry Jones. That dude, 7100, said, OG, what power forward do you think the Wolves need to get for their best fit? This might sound crazy to y'all. I thought Julius Randle was perfect for them. Julius Randle is not a high rent type of dude. I think he on the books for like 30 something million. He could glass clean. He can score. And I don't think he would have to do much. The thing that I'm worried about is him infecting that locker room. That's the thing that I'm worried about. Like, those young guys on that group, I think that they would, this would be a short-term thing too, by the way. Like, this wouldn't be, like, Julius would also be a rental. Julius wouldn't be somebody that, he's 31 years old, that I'm going 3 or 4 years with him. Nah, I ain't doing that with Julius Randle. This would be a rental. But with that being said, I think with those young guys, with Wemby, with Harper, with Castle, with Vassell, I think that they would infuse life into Julius Randle. He would see these young guys and he would have to get on board with them. He would have to. There'd be no way that he couldn't get on board with these guys. He would have to get on board with them. And I think that kind of power forward, yeah, I think that would help them. I absolutely think that would help them. So Teddy Hart sent the super chat. Teddy Hart said, only type of team I foresee taking a chance on Ja will be a non-free agent destination type team that's willing to rehab Ja's image and hopefully bring relevance to their team if Ja returns to form. I think Brooklyn would be a perfect fit. So Brooklyn is doing a reclamation job on him is what we're doing? Is that what's happening? So Brooklyn is doing a reclamation job on Ja and restoring his image. Well, if that's the case, then why is this only for a short period of time? If I'm not doing a reclamation job on Ja only to give him away to somebody else especially if he balling. Now, I don't know if I'm feeling that. But I do see it from the other side, too, where if Ja's getting busy, I could sell high. Ja ends up coming to Brooklyn and getting busy to the point where, like, he's looking like Ja of old, not old Ja. And then I could flip him at the deadline and get more of my picks back that I gave up to Houston. I could get them picks back. I mean, I could see that side of it, but I can tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not doing a reclamation job on Ja only to hand them over to somebody else. Nah, I ain't feeling that. Not at all. Absolutely not. I'm gonna send the link out in a second. I'm gonna stick with these super chats. Takano Kobe Slander 24 said, I think Ja's perfect place is Houston or Atlanta. And can we talk about what the Pelicans are doing with Zion? Okay, so Ja's perfect place is not Houston. You want to see him in Houston. You want to see him in Houston because that would be box office. Like I think that Fred VanVleet is more stable. I don't think he's a better athlete or a bucket getter, but I definitely think he's more stable than Ja. I definitely think he's more of a lead guard. I think that offense would be under more control than with Ja. Plus with KD, like when I was wrong too, by the way, when I said that I wanted to give Amen Thompson the ball. No, that was a bad idea. I think he's a wing, and he's going to be better this year as a wing. I think his game is going to translate better. I think he's going to get more ball handling duties, right? In addition to him getting more ball handling duties, I think that I'm going to see a better bucket getter. Yes, I do think that with him. But in terms of being a lead guard, I think I'm asking too much. And I thought that, I thought that I was looking at like a Scottie Pippen archetype, like a guy that I could change the offense, and he can be more of a point forward, and a guy who can give me good minutes at the lead guard spot, and we could run more ball movement. Not the traditional point guard in the sense like LaMelo or Halliburton or Trae Young. No, not like that, but more like a point forward type of guy. A guy that can get downhill, get to the rim, but also a guy who can bring some calm to our offense. Like somebody like that, right? I thought that he could be that. Only except, nah. Like he ain't there yet. So yeah, I get it. I do get it. So Teddy Hart sent another super chat. He said, and being in Brooklyn, you don't got to worry about any guns. Yes, you do. You think because the gun laws in Brooklyn is different? You think because the gun laws in Brooklyn are different that like Ja won't take it there? Yes, he would. He 100% to take it there. Yeah. Yes, he would. I mean, you remember when you saw him after he got caught the second time doing the goofy nonsense, and then gets in front of the camera with that apology. That shit was realer than a $3 bill. That shit was faker than a $3 bill. We saw what that shit was. We knew there wasn't nothing. We knew that there wasn't anything there. Like we knew that he was just saying that to save face. Like he wasn't serious. No, absolutely not. So, Rock Out Deuce has been a member for 11 months. He said Booz and Edie are going to be amazing together. I love that front court. Yes, I absolutely love that front court, what they got going on in Memphis. I love it. I love their front court. Like I said, the fact that Ja is still there, they may have to give up a first-round pick and get back 30 cents on the dollar to get Ja off the books. They may have to do that, and it may be worth it. I think it may be worth it in the long term, in the long run. Maybe. But I personally don't think that there's any reason why Ja should still be in Memphis. I don't think that for me, there's no reason why he should still be there. So Guard Your Yard said, the thing that is missed about trading JB is that the C's have limited ways of improving the roster. If you get a haul, this gives them flexibility. No, see, the difference with here's my rebut to that. The great thing about Joe Mazzulla is Joe Mazzulla has shown that he can win with low rent guys. He can win with guys who aren't as desired as everybody else is. So I don't need a bunch of I don't need a bunch of awesome guys. I just need guys who possibly I could do a reclamation job on, like Luka Garza. Like I thought Luka Garza was really good for the Celtics. Could knock down an open shot, could knock down a three, could rebound. I thought he was great in that system. Derek White, when he left San Antonio, Derek White is another prime example. Like I think that there's guys who are, and they ended up paying Derek White later on, but I think that there's guys who are low rent guys that you don't have to worry about Jaylen Brown playing with and them getting busy because he proved that already this year. Now you put Jason Tatum back in the fold. I'm not trading Jaylen Brown. Yo, we're gonna get over this. Nah, I'm straight. We are going to get past this. Hold on for a second. I got a call on line one. Big fan Breezy, what up, brother?
Chilling, man. Yo, chill, man. I'm glad to be here for one. For two, you seen the draft happen. The Nets are taking a lot of criticism for not getting Darius A. Cuff Jr. I wanted to know your take on it.
To be honest with you, I don't hate the kid. I
don't hate.
Yeah, man, I don't hate it. I actually like Mikal Brown. I think he's going to be good for you guys. And the thing about Mikal Brown, even though he looked like a 16-year-old, the thing about Mikal Brown, I feel like you got your foundational piece because that was the biggest problem in Brooklyn. Like we don't know what we're doing here. Like who are we building this thing around? Who is our guy? Of all the guys, like you had 5-1s last year you had 5-1s last year. And of those 5-1s, can you say any one of those guys are your guy?
No, none of them are.
I don't think so.
We wanted Diego to be the point, but he's a better 2 than 1. Right. So he's going to the 2, and Mikal Brown Jr. will play the 1.
Right. So you're still trying to figure out what it is you're doing with all of these guys. I think with this kid Brown, he seems like the kind of guard, we can give him the ball and we can build this thing around him. Yeah. And I think it could work. I do. I think it could work. But more than anything, you have a foundational piece. Like with those other guys, and I said this, I was like, we can't miss on all. I didn't say that, but I used some other words. We can't miss on all 5 of these guys. Like one of these guys has to hit.
Yeah. They have to. We hit with Diego being the 2 guard. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we missed on. We hit on 2. I feel like Nolan Traore, he should be looked at as a backup point guard. He's really good. Yeah. He could keep the pace of the game especially with that second unit. He's going to be hard to keep up with in that second unit. He's going to be a really good backup point guard. And what's his name? Diego. Those are the 2. But the other 3, like you said, I feel like those were misses. They were.
Yeah.
So. My hot take to you was Booker, De'Aaron Fox trade. De'Aaron Fox starts somewhere new since he had a bad playoff run, and Booker gets somewhere where he can contend. How you feel?
Nah, because if they getting off De'Aaron Fox, they getting off that money. Devin Booker make more money than him, and they already got a 2 guard in Stephon Castle. We don't want to play Book at the 1. Nah, we need a legit 1. We don't want to play Book at the 1. In fact, we got Dylan Harper at the 1. So if we got Dylan Harper at the 1, I like Dylan Harper as a bucket getter, like his passing, I think that needs to improve. But with that being said, if I'm taking on Devin Booker's contract, why am I getting rid of De'Aaron Fox? Because again, that's more bread. That's less of what I need. And now I got a log jam. So I don't want to do that. No. Mm-mm.
All right, that's all I got, y'all. I'm in the chat, man.
You know where to find me at.
All right.
What up?
What's up? You can't hear me?
What up? Yes, sir. What up?
LaMelo, LaMelo, that's what's up. I'm mad that we traded Nas Reed away. Well, I ain't mad, but I'm sad about it. I feel like if we could have kept Nas Reed with LaMelo, I ain't gonna lie, I'd say we are gonna win the championship if that happened.
Well, my question is like with this unit that you had, how far did you think you guys were going to continue to go? Like, let's just say for the sake of argument, Ann is healthy. We got Shannon, we got Rudy, We keep Julius. We keep Nas.
Mm-mm.
So this is what I'm talking about. So you already out on Julius, which is crazy. Which is crazy to me because was you out on Julius last year?
You said was I out on Julius last year?
Was you out on him last year?
I think we should have kept Nikhil over him. That's what I think.
So after the playoff run that he had, you still was out on him.
I'm not gonna say no. I wasn't out on him, but I'm saying
you out on him now though. You out on him now. You good.
Well, of course, like everybody's out on him. Everybody in Wolves fandom is out on him. Everybody is.
After 1 year, that shit is crazy. Wow. All right. Hey man, you only as good as your last performance.
No. It's not just about the gear. It's about the moodiness he just brought to the team. Like, he didn't even.
Y'all ain't have a problem with it last year when y'all was in the West Finals. Y'all ain't have a problem with it last year.
He won moody last year. He wasn't moody last year.
Yes, he was. He was doing the same thing that he was doing this year. Yes, he was.
They weren't. This wasn't the same problem as last year, bro. It wasn't.
No, you just didn't see it as much. You saw it. It was there. You just didn't see it as much.
I mean, I don't really want to talk about just that nigga gone. I want to talk about how good. I want to talk about how much better LaMelo can make and can make LaMelo.
I can get with that. I could definitely get with that. How much better can they make each other?
Well, for LaMelo making Ant better, you already know this. Ant is a true two guard. He's the most truest two guard in the league right now, and he's been asked to do stuff that he's like not the greatest at, like playmaking and stuff. Like he's been like the main ball handler, but now with LaMelo being the main ball handler, Ant can just move to the two. He can. As you know, he's a great catch and shoot guy.
Call it what it is, Marcus. I can now do my job. Like I don't got to do everybody else's job. I can
do my job. Yeah,
I can do my job now. Like now, other people can do this. I don't got to do everybody else's job. I can now just do my job.
Right. I can just be the best of what I'm at. I
can now do my job now. Imagine that.
Exactly.
Imagine that. Now I can just do my job and I can excel at my job because we all got jobs here. And over the course of time, I was doing everybody else's job around here. I was the defender, which that kind of got real tricky. But then I was the ball handler, I was the distributor, I was the bucket getter. Come on. I was all of that stuff.
Like you know what I am. You know what I am. And that's why that's why the league isn't positionless. It's still positions.
It is not. It is not positionless. No, it is not. No. Do your job. No doubt.
Yeah. And one last thing, I think Ant's defense is going to be back to 24 levels. If you look at
that'd be great.
Yeah, look, if you look at, when Mike Conley first showed up in 2023, from then on, like when Mike Conley was like, good and like, way better than what he is now. I believe, like, if you look at, I believe Ant was like 86 to 87 percentile in the years of 2023 and 2024. Those are
I had him playing at an all-league level defensive. I had him playing at an all-league defensive level. I had him
you
playing.
You can probably get that. He got a point guard now.
If we could get that back, I'm loving every minute of that, Mark.
You got a point guard now. That's what I'm expecting.
I gotta go, brother. Good to talk to you. Absolutely. Yep. Yo.
Yeah, you hear me?
What up?
Yeah. He in the chat, bro. First, I want to start this off by saying F Bobby, F Sacramento, and F the Sacramento Kings, because he went on that BS that he said last week, and he thought I wasn't gonna find out. And you was there for it. Yes, you were. You was there for it.
Last week I was here.
You was. Yeah, you was here for it.
But I wasn't in the chat though. I'm working. I mean,
no. I know you wasn't in the chat. You was on stage, and while he said that, why he said all that banana garbage that he said, man, on my neck of the woods.
What did he say? He wasn't here. I don't know what you're talking about, Lee.
He was here, man, because it popped up on my feed. That's how I saw it, and y'all put it in a short video. But I'm gonna get to that later, man. Listen, it's a lot of people. A lot of media people that decided to put this and worry about what the hell we doing. Listen, if we in the shitter, let us be in the shitter in peace. I don't need your damn help trying to get me out of the damn box that you put Uma Thurman in. I don't need your damn help. Where was you at 3 years ago? Where was you at then?
Don't come in my house.
You see this shit, chill, bro. The nigga bummers won a championship, and now all of a sudden they concerned about this.
Why y'all worried about what we doing over here?
We in the shitter. we in the trash. Let us stay there.
No, we ain't gotta stay there. Let us figure out how we get.
Let us figure out how we gonna get out.
Yeah, don't worry about us.
That's it.
So how are we getting out, Leave? How about that? How are we getting out the shit?
Well, we had a okay week.
Okay.
We had an okay week. Somehow, some way, the Minnesota Timberwolves decided to trade 2 power forwards in 1 week.
Yes, they did.
Nobody saw that shit coming.
So
I'm gonna get on Minnesota.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle. Yeah. So listen, Julius Randle, Bobby, mind your business. Julius Randle, I think we got him as a salary dump. Like and I think we've been doing a good job at getting salary dumps and not going all in and spending no crazy money. Mikal Brown and Yegor Demin is the backcourt of the future.
Is that your VJ and Tyrese Maxey? Is that what that is?
I was gonna say something else, but I'll go with VJ and Tyrese.
No,
Maxey.
what were you going to say?
Don't worry about what I was gonna say, but
I don't think that they're VJ and Tyrese Maxey. I don't think that, but I'm using that as a reference.
I was gonna say something else.
I'm using that as a reference because I'm thinking that's who Philly's back.
I mean, that's probably I could say, bro, that's probably the middle of the floor. I mean, at best, right now. I mean, I don't know where we are now, but based on the way Jordy coaches, I think right now people are looking at our franchise like we got our guy in Brown. But as the year goes on, don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if Danny Wolf extends levels on this team. I'm telling you right now, do not be surprised if Danny Wolf starts to extend levels on this team.
What do you mean?
Because the way Jordy likes to run his offense, he likes to run it with that 5 that is offensively gifted. You've seen him with Sabonis. We've seen him on the coaching staff with Denver with Joker, and now he's over here. Go back to last year. A lot of the offense was ran through Claxton with dribble handoffs for MPJ.
So Claxton is gone. Okay. So now you got Julius Randle and MPJ. So now what we're going to do is we're going to change the offense. Is that what we're doing? So because we're not running dribble handles with Julius Randle and MPJ. We're not doing that.
No.
So now
I think the offense gets faster because of Brown and transition. I think the offense gets faster with Brown in transition. What happens now is, and I'm jumping clean off the top rope when I say this, bro, because this is my opinion. My truthful opinion, by the way. I think Danny Wolf should be starting.
Over
at the 5. Yes. I'm saying it. I don't give a damn I don't give a damn about that. Listen, I don't give a damn about none of the weak points. I don't give a damn what they think the weak points is. We ain't got shit to lose. We in Oscar the Grouch territory. You got to do something unconventional.
Is Danny Wolf a 5 though?
Danny Wolf is whatever you need him to be.
No, he ain't a 2. I can tell you that right now. He's not a 1, so he can't be whatever I need him to be. So because I need a 2 guard, so he can't be that. So is he a 5? Can I play him at the 5 and get viable minutes from him? Can he glass clean? Can he protect the rim? Can he stretch the defense? Can I run offense through him from time to time? Because this is what you're talking about, Lee. When you're talking about starting him at the 5, I can't. If he's gonna be a guy that I'm starting at the 5, and if he's not that good defensively, like he ain't cleaning glass, he better be damn good on the offensive end.
He is that good on offense. He is. He is that good on offense. And before I get up out of here, goddamn Minnesota, man. Good God. I listened. Minnesota's a hope of keeping Anthony Edwards probably all resting in the hands of LaMelo Ball, bro. I mean, if I had to say, he might not like the weather there and might play goddamn 30 games. I mean, this Minnesota.
Both of them dudes on the books for 3 years. This is a 3-year window. Both of them on the books.
Both of them on the books for 3 years?
Both of them on the books for no trade, neither. No player op, no team options. Both of these dudes is on the books.
Straight 3 years.
3 years. We got a 3-year window with this.
That's the end of the decade.
That's it. And by the way, that'll be Ant in Minnesota for 9 years. If we couldn't get it done at that point, we got to do something else.
Yeah, we got to do something else.
Good to talk to you, brother. You know where to find me at, my dude. Yes, sir. Yo, what up? What up, my man?
Yo,
what up?
Chill, what's going on, man?
What up, yo?
What's going on, Chill?
What up? Do I have him? He's still there. All right, he's
All
still
right,
there.
all I want to talk about is Caleb Wilson.
Yes, sir.
I feel like.
Now you here? I'm listening to you.
I feel like he's going to be great in this league. I'm kind of lagging right now too. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I feel like he's going to be great in this league. I feel like the Josh Giddey, Caleb Wilson, and Matas Buzelis, I feel like the transition offense in Chicago is going to be great this year.
When I said before the season started, and I got jumped for it, when I said I thought Josh Giddey was going to win Most Improved, he was going to average a triple-double, I got jumped. Before he got hurt, we was on that pace. That was working. Now you get a dude like Caleb Wilson, who I think, and I got jumped again, I think he's going to be the best player in the draft. And I'm on record saying that. I think Caleb Wilson is going to be the best player in this draft. The athleticism is what's moving me with this kid. I see the ball handling, which can improve. I see the back down. I see the mismatch hunting. I see the box work. I see all of that stuff. It's all there. It's just a matter of refining it and getting it correct. I think this kid is a gem. And the Bulls are on to something with him, Buzelis, Giddey, and the kid Noah. And now they got Claxton, who can, I think that can teach them some things. I mean, I think the Bulls are definitely on to something. I do.
Get bigger in that.
Like when it comes to Caleb Wilson, what's the timeline? Like, when do you expect a return on him? Do you expect a return immediately on him, or is this going to take some time?
I think he can be an immediate factor. He's a great defensive player.
Yep.
He has crazy length. Like, I didn't realize. I always thought he was 6'8", 6'9". He's 6'10".
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it, man. I'm telling you, him and Buzelis, they're gonna be a long 3 and 4 because Buzelis is what 6'9", 6'10" as well. Like, I feel like they're just gonna be nasty in transition. It's just
stronger too. Buzelis got to definitely.
I swear I just saw a picture of him. I feel like he put on like 10 pounds.
Hearing that, I do like hearing that. Absolutely,
I'm telling you,
that. Yes, sir.
Chicago. I'm not saying they're gonna be great. In fact, I think. They're not. I don't think we're gonna sniff the play-in or playoffs for a couple of years.
You think y'all gonna be better than next? You think y'all gonna be better than last year, though?
From a talent-wise, yes. I don't think from wins. I think our wins aren't gonna be more than what we had last year. I just think.
Why not though? Considering like the problem. Okay, Pat Williams, like we moving him to the side. You offer Vooch.
Yeah, our whole.
Josh Giddey's got to stay healthy. Like, what did y'all win? Like 30, 32 games last year?
It was
something like that. Like. I think this whole thing is resting on Josh Giddey staying healthy. If Josh Giddey can stay healthy, you guys are gonna be a lot better than what people think, yo.
I believe that too.
I
just don't think he's gonna be healthy.
I hope so.
I hope he does. But
good to talk to you, brother.
Yeah, great talking to
you.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? I wanted to speak on the Ja situation, right?
That shit bogus as hell.
It's bogus, and it's just I feel like we at the point where because teams are asking from rumors, they asking for a first round pick attached to Ja, which I think is crazy. And I can tell you now, Klyman is not going for that shit. He's not doing that at all. And I think we've came to the point where I think Klyman and Ja just need to go sit down in a nice Memphis restaurant, crack a 20 hot lemon pepper wing, and just get over this. And let's play ball. Because we got OG. I was so hyped when we got Isaiah Stewart. And now that we got Cam Booz, Zach Edey, Isaiah Stewart, I think Ja would look amazing with us. And he's only 26. He'll be 27 in August. I think he'll be amazing. But I know he wants him traded. I'll just say, hey, play it out. Play at your best ability. We can get you going by December at least. By December.
I don't think he's on your roster on opening night. I don't think he's on your roster on opening night.
And another thing I seen people talking about.
Remember where we are with your group, man. Remember where we are.
Oh yeah,
4 dudes that you got right now. This who we moving forward with. I know that Ja would look great with it. No, Cedric Howard ain't gonna turn into who Cedric Howard can turn into with Ja there. Zach Edey ain't gonna turn into who he need to turn into with Ja there. Wells, this kid Boozer, these dudes ain't gonna turn into who they need to turn into with Ja there. We gotta move on from him.
It's just so difficult to move him on though, OG. Attaching picks to him, Klyman's not gonna do it. And then I heard another thing that Ja's having trouble with. Ja doesn't have an agent. He got rid of Mike Miller. Mike Miller is not his agent. His uncle runs his team. and they're saying the system doesn't like that they like for players to have agents. I heard that's another problem they having with trading him also.
Yep.
But I just don't see him getting traded anytime soon in this offseason with all this going on. I think he just needs to play a little bit out in the first half of the season. We'll trade him before the deadline and just get what we can get for him. And then another thing I want to speak on, I love that Cedric Coward, Cam Boozer, Zach Edey. I love it. Boozer and Cedric Coward, I don't know if a lot of people know this. Cedric Coward was supposed to recommit to Duke and play with Cam Boozer this season. I don't know if a lot of people know that. He committed to Duke. Yeah, he committed to Duke and then backed out of it and said, I'm going to the NBA draft. So he's familiar
he was
with
leaving
Boozer.
Washington. So he was leaving Washington State and he was going to Duke.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I
did not
know.
know.
A lot of people don't know that. And yeah, man, these guys are already familiar with each other, and that's what I'm liking.
Sir.
And with OG, I'm kind of on the fence of I don't want to start Jalen Wells. What I seen from GG this season, he looks like he's finally playing to what he's supposed to be doing. Killing in transition, using his athleticism, stopping all the dribbling and step back shooting. He's not doing that anymore. He's getting down the transition. He's playing how he's supposed to play. And he looks like he improved on defense. I kind of just want to go big and start GG at that 3 spot. How you feel about it?
You still on this GG Jackson shit, yo.
He only 21 though, OG, and he played amazing this year.
It's the health thing that like if he already breaking down, like if I can't get 2 healthy seasons out of him, like what does this say about him? Like don't get me wrong, the talent is there. You already know how I felt about him. I was talking cash ass about GG when he was coming off that injury. I was like, yo, he's gonna get slided right into the 3 spot. Can't stay healthy, man.
Yeah,
can't hold up. So that's the biggest issue that I had with him. So I'm thinking with the group that we have now, Wells being available, Edey got to stay healthy too, because if Edey stays healthy, I got my 5-man. I'm straight right there. You already know how I feel about Coward. And so the front court of Boozer and Edey, we're in business. We are in business. And then next year we get a lead guard. Next year we find a lead guard.
I seen a lot of the guy Kareem Lopez we drafted, because I'm going to be honest, that night we drafted Kareem Lopez, I was pissed. I wanted LeBaron Fadlan. That's who I wanted. I thought that's who our future point guard was. If we traded Ja, draft Fadlan, he would have looked amazing.
Wow, he dropped all the way to 22. That was crazy, Rob.
That was insane. And I watched more of the Kareem Lopez dude. Yep. I like his game. He's a bruiser. He uses athleticism. He's long. I think we got some special going on. We got some special going on.
More than anything. All right, Rock. I know where to find you at, brother.
Yes, sir, OG.
I got our Blaze in the house, and then we got to keep it moving. What up?
Yo. Hey, yo, chill.
What up?
Hey, but I can't hear you. Bro. Hold on. Chill. Please add me back. I got to refresh this shit. Hold on.
Sir. What up?
Yo, you can hear me too.
Yeah. What up?
Man, how you doing today, man?
Good, brother. What's going on?
Man, I'm excited for the LaMelo trade. I agree with you on the point that Caleb Wilson will be the best player in this draft. I love the upside. I think the shooting and stuff will come later, but like the guy who came on before, I think the defense is going to translate immediately, but they don't have any shooting, so that's my only problem.
Well, Ant they best shooter.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't hate that. I mean, didn't Ant lead the league in at the long ball line?
Oh no, not Minnesota. I'm talking about Chicago with Caleb Wilson.
Okay, well, and I'm on record saying this, and I'm probably gonna get roasted for this. It's some low rent dudes out there. And how you feel about picking up the telephone and checking Malik Beasley temperature?
Yeah, of course.
I can get him for a little bit of money.
Yep.
I can get him. I can get him for a little bit of money. In addition to getting him for a little bit of money, he's gonna have something to prove because he's looking for that extension.
Yeah.
So he's gonna try to ball out. I would pick the phone up and I check his temperature to see how he's doing.
If you could get him to get back to what he was shooting in Minnesota, especially, that'll help out a lot. What else I want to run down?
For a little bit of money, I'll do it. Yes, I would
I think the panel altogether is low on Nate Mint. I think it's gonna turn out well for the Bucks. I think the Bucks will be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with Tyler Hero, though. I think they'll probably flip him for some more picks. I like him in Detroit with Cade, but I'm really excited to see Caleb Wilson. I'm a UNC guy, so as soon as you said that on the panel, I was like, yes, sir. Get him in Chicago. Get out in transition. Let's run. Let's get Josh Giddey averaging triple-double. Let's run in transition. Just play fast.
Absolutely. No doubt. Big, good to talk to you, brother. You know where to find me at.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Hey, chill.
what up?
Hey, who your breakout player of the year is for this upcoming season?
My breakout player of the like
Yeah.
somebody that we not talking about that we should be talking about this season. Like who nice as hell. We really seen AJ Mitchell. He got busy. I think
But
Steph
my
Castle.
volume not work. But y'all gotta go. But my volume not working. But I can't hear you. I
Hey,
can't
no
hear you,
problem,
bro.
brother. No problem. I'll be back
Damn,
soon.
bro.
No problem. I'll be back soon. So, all right, guys, y'all know what time it is. It is that time. It was good to see you guys this morning. You know where to find us. Don't worry about my big fella. My big fella will be back soon. Don't worry about it. He's on hiatus right now. He's got some stuff he needs to handle, and he will take care of it. He will be back soon. As of right now, this is what happens when you're on a team. You got to hold it down. So I'm holding it down in the meantime. My big fella will be back soon. And when he back, we will be better than ever. So I will see you guys soon. Until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. You know, call your mother. When last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. You know where to find me at. You know where to find us at. Every weekday, Monday to Friday, on the panel, right here on the Players Choice Network. Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific. This is where I am. And if I'm not there, you can find me right here on Saturdays, me and my big fella, who's on hiatus right now. No problem. And if you can't find me there, you can find me Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock on TikTok. And if you can't find me there, you can also find me on the Chilltown Hoops Network and the Sports Fluent Network right here on YouTube. Me and my man Tony, we do it at 8 o'clock on Tuesday and 8:30 on Wednesday. So I will see you guys soon. Until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. When last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. I'll talk to you guys soon. But until then, take it light. But take it. Absolutely, man. It was good to see you guys this afternoon. This was dope, yo.